Now, going over to the cultural part podcast, you have a liberal girl rooting for the cartels over Trump, which, yeah, I guess I'm not too surprised. Though I am surprised she does not have short, pink, or blue hair. That is unusual. I'm not, again, not financial advice, but I can't help but think big hair dye is making bank past 4 or 5 years. I mean, the amount of products I see just flying off the shelves as everyone, I mean, you can't go to a single feminist rally or DNC convention without seeing half of them being blue hair. I mean, talk about a business opportunity. Selling blue hair dye or pink hair dye. That's a good business model. It's got probably cost fractions of a cent to make. But I partially digress. This comes to us thanks to Libs at TikTok, in which she says, quote, liberal women are now rooting for the cartels over Trump. They're rooting for a terrorist organization over America. Or, as we pronounce it, America. Can't help but always hear that vernacular or that accent when I read that word. Is that just me? No. And even more surprising, she does not have the cow ring. The ring where you have it on the middle of your nose, which I don't know who's telling gals that is attractive these days. Spoiler, it's not. And it's like half the dating profiles out there. It blows my mind and breaks my heart. Like, why? It's like putting a mustache on the Mona Lisa. Like, why would you do that? So I'm actually surprised. She does not have a cow ring or blue hair. This is very unusual. But nevertheless, as soon as you hear what she has to say, it obviously disappoints.
Oh, we might be saved by like the most unexpected group of people. Do you know who Trump's trying to declare war on? The cartel. Oh, please do. Please do. Fuck around and find out, Trump. Oh, we might.
Yeah, now she does have those signature leftist crazy eyes, which, yeah, that might be a good barometer if you ever open up like a club. Be like, all right, let's see your eyes, folks. Then you'll know if they're like crazy or not. Now, this went moderately viral, got 500,000 views as well as 13,000 likes, originally posted by Ian Miles Chong. Now, one of the first comments comes from Planet of Memes, but they do not have a meme. A little disappointed there, Planet of Memes. Now, he says, because they don't have a meme, quote, white liberal women will literally promote an agenda which will ultimately result in their own demise, getting 2.6 thousand likes, which, yeah, I mean, you look at a lot of people who voted to allow, women to, or men to compete in women's sports. A lot of the gals were for that, ironically enough. Paul Zazupa also says, quote, this liberal woman has no respect for herself or her fellow Americans. Wishing harm on them is disgusting. Maybe she should be deported, getting 182 likes, which depends on where you deport her to. I mean, if you're to deport her to Mexico or, heaven forbid, Canada, the Constitution does have a provision where you cannot, punishment cannot be cruel and unusual. And I would argue deporting someone to, Canada, oh, geez Louise, and Trudeau over there, that very well may fall into that definition of cruel and unusual. You also have Cool Christian Engineer, says, quote, crying in the morning. I'm not sure which cultural pop reference this is to, but it has, I'm definitely going to butcher this assessment. Is it? Not Green Beret. Is a particular uniform that looks like from Vietnam. Military aficionados, please let me know in the comments. In which the meme says, quote, I love the sound of liberals crying in the morning. And that got 116 likes. Cash Lauren also says, send her and the rest of them to Mexico, getting 13 likes. The Waco kid says, quote, I doubt she has any idea of what the cartel would do to her. And you have a kid and a dog praying. It says, meme, and it says, quote, and deliver us from liberal white women. They got 194 likes. You also have Scorch saying, quote, these liberal women are idiotic. And there's a picture of Trump, and it says Trump is right about everything. And that got 237 likes. You also have Trump with a parody of the Dos Equis commercial back before the, white liberal women canceled him for being, too white. You guys said, I don't always do, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis. And it's Trump's face. It says, I don't always win, but when I do, or just kidding, I do. Got 180 likes. Let's see here. Fascinating. A brilliant quote from one of the best books of all time, 1984 by George Orwell. Cannot recommend it enough. It's a quite sad book, especially when you consider how governments are more evil in reality than the book. But nevertheless, there's a quote from Facts from that book. It says, quote, it was always the women, and above all the young ones, who were the most bigoted adherents of the party, the swallowers of the slogans, the amateur spies. Which, yeah, fascinating how it is quite admirable and impressive how many things George Orwell got right. If you have kids, you want to get them into, actually deep thinking. A great alternative is Animal Farm. Animal Farm is also written by George Orwell. It's about not only is it half the pages, but the spacing of the letters is, lesser or greater. So it's even less words. And the vernacular is much easier for a child to understand. So I recommend starting them on Animal Farm by George Orwell. Again, another exceptionally great novel that has many of the same concepts. Now that got 32 likes. Let's see. Kentucky Girl says, quote, they're picking drug cartels, mass murders over Trump. This level of TDS is crazy, literally in the insanity. Getting 208 likes. Yep. Junita Broderick simply says these people are nuts, getting 1.7 thousand likes. Mary Thomas has a picture of Ilhan Omar, and he said he's apparently her saying I hate Trump. And there's a picture Trump says most terrorists do, getting 260 likes. So it's fascinating to see the Trump derangement syndrome continue to go in full swirl or full steam ahead, so to say. And I mean, we'll see if they ever actually recover. Let's see here. I also have Drake Slayer saying, quote, liberal women grins as she brags about choosing violence against MAGA supporters, which now she does have, of course, those crazy eyes and glasses befitting a librarian in the 1990s, I would say. Nothing inherently wrong with that. It is unique. I like unique outfits, but then she has a rudimentary tie-dye t-shirt, maybe. Although maybe she will surprise us with her eloquence and brilliance and an articulate reason of why maybe she doesn't agree with the Trump policy, and she might, go peacefully protest with a nice little cardboard sign with some, ideals on it. Probably not. Let's hear what she has to say.
I woke up and chose violence against the Red Hats today. I will wake up and choose violence against the Red Hats every day.
Ironically, she then ends the video with a peace sign, which, yeah, it is ironic. And that got 16 likes. And one more. Josiah James says no Democrat should receive any Doge dividend, getting 89 likes. Referencing that Elon said we actually might get a dividend from that. I'm pretty skeptical, though. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I was thinking, after Trump won the popular vote, I mean, maybe more people would come together, but seemingly isn't. Granted, online, so take it with a grain of salt. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think the country will become more divided in the next couple of years, or will we actually become more united? Let me know, because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. First live stream, again, it's going to be Q&A live stream. It's going to be tomorrow, February 22nd at 6 p.m. Texas time, or some people call it 6 p.m. Central time. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.